course, Michigan again participating for the first time. Nick Rowlett for Michigan, Justin Inacio for Ohio State at the faceoff X to start things off. And Ohio State wins the opening draw. That will be critical right off the top here, Greg. Michigan can't lose faceoffs.
Well, how about Mikey Boehm there, picking off the pass in the clear, but you talk about the face-off battle.
Early shot and a goal, Michigan lose the opening faceoff, score the opening goal. Gavin Legg for the first time this year.
That is the way you want to start off if you are the Wolverines. Obviously, you talked about it. You lose that initial face-off. Mikey Boehm with the ride back. We're going to talk about him a lot this afternoon. He's been a fantastic freshman. You see him hustle, head up. The trailer hits leg, and then the step down. That's a great shot from the long stick. Youth. And as you know, when you're young and you're learning, the more reps you have, you're learning, but at the same time, the bigger chance there is for you to make a mistake when you get tested time and time again. So Coach Connery was talking about how important the possession game is, and it starts with Rowlett, first team All Big Ten.
Early run for Alex Buckenavage here, 10 on the shot clock. He's 42 in blue. Gives it up to Tyler Papa. Limestone transfer, he's on the board. 2-0 Wolverines.
What a fantastic move and shot from Papa. You see the redirect here. They flip the field on the Buckeyes. Good approach here from Henrik. Pretty good defense, but does not get enough, and Papa just gets. And so these wings, you know, if you're a face-off specialist and you can win it to yourself, that just makes it so much easier on your wings. You don't need to compete. You don't need to scrap for those 50-50 ground balls. Obviously, once you get the wings involved, you know, when needed, both of these teams have pretty good units.
Meyer tried to dump it over top there. Good job to clean it up behind by Bonomi. And as a defender, Greg, from your standpoint, both those face-off guys can score. There's a shot and a score. Michigan continues to lay it on. Jacob Jackson for the 5th consecutive game. 3-0 Wolverines.
This is exactly the start you want if you are the Michigan Wolverines. Just the feed, simple dodge here. Great job to keep the stick in his left hand.
In a game this year is 14. They're on pace for 9 in the first quarter. Ball's on the turf, picked up by the Wolverines. Stevenson out of harm's way. See if the Wolverines can capitalize early. It's Stevenson low. Rebound kicked out, but Van de Bovenkamp able to save it to himself. Back to that face-off point, Greg. If you're a defender and these teams can score in transition, particularly off of face-offs, what is your level of awareness? Another one for Ohio State. Jacob Snyder in transition.
Wow, what a sequence we just had there. Stevenson comes down, gets a good shot. Bovenkamp with the save. And Snyder with that shot. You see Cmiel right here, number 8 for the Buckeyes, finds Snyder, and I thought, wow, Snyder, that's really deep. I don't think he's going to shoot it.
John Kirikoff, the goalie for Michigan, has had a 17 and a 16 save game this year against Penn State and Johns Hopkins, respectively.
And he's gotten better as the season's progressed.
In front, not a lot he could do there. Just got his head turned, and Jackson Reid made him pay.
Good cut and finish there. And he's pumping Kirikoff's tire, and you know, that one's on me. That's the curse of the booth right there, but good offense from the Ohio State Buckeyes. Great cut, good finish, and like you said, nothing Kirikoff could have done about that one.
That's what I was going to say. You look at this. Ball comes from X so quickly. How does Kirikoff respond when he turns around? And here for Michigan. First time these teams have ever played a 3rd time in a season.
And now you have Michigan back in the zone.
Nice swim move, missing wide left for Connor Mitchell.
Please keep your mouth quiet.
Welcome those of you that were watching the Nebraska Cornhuskers spring football game. This is the start of the Big Ten Men's Lacrosse Championship. Ford is the grandson of Gerald Ford. If you need Michigan roots, that's about as deep as they run. So pretty good company for Michael Boehm.
No doubt. And Michael Boehm, if you get a chance to meet this kid, he's just super impressive. And it's not surprising that he would come in second. I'm surprised he didn't win the thing. So extremely competitive, tough kid, grinder, great lacrosse player.
There's Ford missing low. Van de Bovenkamp kicked out the rebound, and it's put home.
Guess who?
Mikey Boehm with his first goal. Wolverines by a goal. And Greg, it all started on a ride.
It all started on a ride. A failed clear again for the Buckeyes. And Michael Boehm, who was a fantastic hockey player at St. Ignatius. He's scored multiple goals like this, just being in the right place, the right time. He just has his nose in there always.
They look this.
You know, you learn how to win. You know, those great programs, those great cultures over time. They just find ways to win games, and it just takes time.
Tre Leclaire missed a shot, then Jack Myers high with the shot clock at 13. That's the thing Kevin Connery said, is it comes down to, are we running off the field in a loop or in a straight line? Like those little things that give somebody an advantage somewhere, that's an advantage. Ohio State. Second goal of the game for Jackson Reid out of Culver in Indiana.
Jackson Reid makes his money on this left wing. That's his calling card. He's a low-angle shooter. He plays on that wing, the Canadian. And I love this release from Jackson Reid. He drops his hands a lot and goes low to high or low to low. And this is straight over the top. He shoots over that Michigan defender. Maybe the ref gives you that one on effort, even if you're 10 yards behind the guy who's closest to the ball.
It looked like someone was about to take the last box of Wheaties. But again, the clear issues. That's Bryce Clay one-on-one. Now he's one on the goal. Bryce Clay is the best rider on the field.
We talked about pull goals as being momentum goals. They just seem like they count more. The ride back, win the ground ball to yourself. This is a momentum swing, make no doubt about it. You see here, Bryce just breaks down, doesn't over pursue, comes up with the ground ball, then wins the foot race and makes it look easy.
How does that happen?
To do with their youth bodes very well for them in the future.
Well, look at who's scoring goals. Michael Boehm, 17 goals. Freshman Josh Zawada, 21 goals, sophomore. Goalkeeper's one of the 7 juniors. New 8 goals. Doorstep. Van de Bovenkamp nearly had it. Boehm scores again on a trickle job. He has 2 goals that were moving a combined 2 miles an hour.
This is a fantastic feed here from Buckeyes. He steps in like he's going to shoot, commits the defense, which leaves.
It's the first face-off violation called against Ohio State in the game. Force a 30-second man up after the third. Buckeyes, interesting case for Michigan. Hasn't played a ton, but statistically one of the best players in program history. Today is his first action since March 27th, actually against Ohio State. Because of the youth movement, it's been tough to find minutes, and Buckeyes has been key today. So is Boehm. That's why it's hard to play. Michael Boehm, hat trick, first half.
If you're Michael Boehm, this is as easy as a goal and an opportunity that you're going to have. Ohio State just looks like they're on different pages. You see the pick here, and it's just enough rub, and then it's just a foot race, and at that point, Boehm's
all about possessions, though. Ground balls, face-offs, clears, all dominated by Michigan. Another opportunity here. This is Papa, the Limestone transfer, with a goal already. Drives right past Cmiel, gets in front, behind his back. He does land in the goal mouth. It's one of the more controversial rules to enforce this year in college lacrosse, but that looked like a good call on it.
Transition opportunity, Cmiel with the ball to Leclaire.
Rips it high! Ohio State strikes first. The first goal for Tre Leclaire.
Starts with good defense from Cmiel. He ends up with the ball, makes the right decision. You're a freshman, you run in the break, just throw it down on the field, but either way, Wolverines ball and no penalty flag.
On the move, shot a little bit wide for Zawada. Let's take a look at this tomahawk. Give you the closer look from down low.
Oh,
That's Ford.
Yeah, you know, it hit him on the shoulder pad, not the helmet.
That's a goal. Grant McMurray, he's a freshman. They all are. Good answer for the Wolverines.
Murray there just found himself some time and some room and able to beat Ohio State netminder.
Fourth goal in the season for the rookie out of the Cleveland area in Ohio.
Little seal there.
So,
see if Ohio State decides to put Terefenko back out there to take a draw at some point.
He's taken 3. He's won 2 of them. 66%. When he's not taking them, it's 2 of 13.
Was he out there on that last one?
Turn the corner. Oh, Bonomi. Blind shot around the corner.
It's Bonomi just calling his own number, winning his matchup. You see here against Terefenko. Gets to the middle. It's a good shot.
From that angle, it looked even better.
Shot, he's running away from the cage and his ability to get enough mustard on it.
And that is Inacio that wins the faceoff clean. Ohio State trying to capitalize early. That's how the Buckeyes need to do it. Hat trick for Jackson Reid.
It's a great response from the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it starts with Inacio winning the draw. We'll see if he can get in a rhythm there. And the shot from Jackson Reid. He pulls Kirikoff off the near post. This is box lacrosse right here.
Well, they are Canadians.
They are Canadians. You see him here and just blows it near side. Looks like they're going to run something a little bit different. They got 2 guys inside.
Reid lurking bottom of the screen. Now from X, working around goal line, and a bounce shot scores. Ohio State creeping back in.
That's a big boy goal from Jack Myers. Good defense played by the Wolverines, but he just drops his shoulder. That's a gutsy goal. See the ball kicked through to X here. It's being played. Pretty good defense. Look at him just drop his shoulder. Get to the spot. That had some part in helping pave the way, but you know, good for these kids and good for these programs. And obviously Ohio State adding the lacrosse-only stadium is going to be huge for these athletes and for this program.
It is fun to play in the horseshoe, but there's also a lot of lines to look at when you're a lacrosse player playing in the horseshoe.
Yeah, I never got a chance to play in the horseshoe. We played at Jesse Owens, the Snake Pit, back in the day.
On the run, that's low and in. Jacob Jackson for the second time. Boy, Michigan pedal to the metal here. Ohio State put back-to-back goals together, but the Wolverines are not letting up. They got into the driver's seat and are doing their darndest to stay there.
This is a rhythm goal for the Wolverines. Everybody looking good, doing their job, drawing a little slide, catching, attacking, finishing your shot.
Across the country, and it continues to grow as you continue to see some different 2-letter abbreviations from where these guys come from.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. And the level, I mean, these guys are coming in college ready from non-traditional hotbeds.
Granted, I say that to a guy from Texas, but, you know.
It was different when, you know, I was the first person actually to get a lacrosse scholarship from, oh, look at that.
Ohio State with an answer. How about Jackson Reid stretching it this time?
He's got the hot hand for the Buckeyes.
That's the first goal he scored outside 2 feet, though.
Yeah, I know. Jackson Reid always does a good job for the Buckeyes in the zone, just finding a soft spot. This is a talent itself. You see him just kind of keep creeping until he gets to that spot.
Here's Boehm working from X. Boehm's drawing the attention of Eric Wenz, the grad student, the transfer from Hofstra.
And one of the things to keep in mind on that last possession for Ohio State, Michigan got out of their zone and played man-to-man.
Which has got to shock the system a little bit when you've seen it all game. McCurry missed wide. Kicked back out. Second chance goes in the back of the net. Josh Zawada, you knew it was coming. his 22nd goal of the season and his first today.
In order to win a lot of these Big Ten games where the teams are so evenly matched, the coaches are so good, you need a little bit of luck. And you see the ricochet off of Snyder on the initial just because they didn't play somebody from a different conference. They're not good. They, they're going to be battle tested, even more so this year by only playing a Big Ten schedule. So I think Rutgers is in. I think Maryland is in, obviously, regardless of what happens the rest of this tournament. I think that, oh, wow.
That's a rip shot into the corner and momentum for Michigan in transition and another pole goal.
And this starts with a turnover for the Buckeyes, trying to beat the shot clock, generate quality look. And you see the picked off pass. That's a great job. Stick up in the lane, and then how about running the field?
Jackson Zog, get out of my way.
And then the shot's a great shot.
Now Michigan's just going to sit on this. Obviously, you've got the shot clock, but you're going to use all of it.
For Ohio State, just need a stop. Start with a stop.
Michigan on the run! Hail to the victors, the Wolverines trying to make history in 2021. Second goal for Bonomi.
Bonomi again, just calling his own number, getting to the middle. And this shot placement.
Unless they fall apart in the next 8:22, the Wolverines will pick up their first tournament victory and their first tournament appearance and have a date with the #1 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins.
Yeah, and if you're Ohio State, you got to start thinking first shot, not best shot.
There's a shot, and it goes in. So Jack Myers at least gets that one back.
That was a nice play from the Buckeyes. Jack Myers sets up this pick. You're going to see here from Hughes, Grant Mitchell. Game.
4-goal game. Out in front, just missed the stick of Myers. Boy, this whole game, Greg, could just come down to Ohio State's inability to clear in the first half. They missed 5 clears. It led to Michigan goals. Michigan led 3-0 out of the chute, and that might wind up being the difference.
It's really hard to play from behind when you're playing a team that's talented and well coached.
And hungry. Like they don't know any better. On the run, the Pole scores! Jeff Henrich's second goal of the season. Out of the Hill Academy, he is the heart and soul of the Ohio State defense. Bring it onto the offensive side, and the Buckeyes not done yet.
Henrich has a great stick.
9. Good fake, then behind the back, off the crossbar.
How many posts did the Buckeyes hit today?
That might have hit 2. That might have been a double doink. 3:15 left to go. Michigan unsettled in transit. Bryce Clay, an exclamation point.
What a swing. What a swing. Starts with Jack Myers. Look at the toughness, getting to the middle, hands free. Beats Kirchhoff, saved by the post. And the legs had a great game, running transition. If you're going to shoot this with this time.
No one is going to pick Michigan next week. They're going to go into that with absolutely nothing to lose.
Yeah, both of these teams, we talked about it. Obviously, their records don't indicate how good they are based on their schedule. But this is, you got to win to get in. So for the Ohio State Buckeyes, the chances of them getting in are, slim to none into the NCAA tournament. And if you're Michigan, hey, why not you?
Why not you? Jack Whitney, seal the deal for the maize and blue.
Boys are fired up. The exclamation point from Whitney, fired up, as they should be.
Ohio State coach Nick Myers, unfortunately for the Buckeyes, called his shot. What did he tell us this week? Michigan's 2-8. He said, no. They're a top 15 team. I don't care. Talent-wise, he proved himself right. That does find the back of the twine. So Jack Myers scores another, and there's a little bit of talking going on.
Coach Connery is upset right now with his player. Shows what kind of program he's building and understanding that he's teaching for the long run.
Kirikoff again went down. That's now 13 saves for the Michigan netminder. With 13 seconds left. And that is a goal mouth violation on Ohio State. So with 9 seconds left to go, Michael Cosgrove can hold this in his stick. The Michigan Wolverines, for the first time ever, made the Big Ten Men's Lacrosse Championship. And for the first time ever, they win a game in the bracket. The Michigan Wolverines advance to the semis. And Kevin Connery's team gets the job done.